Welcome back to another episode of Reaper Outdoors Survive the Hunt. I'm Ron Bellin, call sign Reaper01. Now watch how we get this deer in Pennsylvania. We're going to sit here on top of the hill. We're going to overlook this bean field and then these thickets. That helps you determine where you're going to set up for tree stands and all that. I love doing that because just before dark, all these deer are going to filter out into this soybean field, and we're going to be here to watch some of it. At least we'll get to see some of the areas. We have an area back in there where we have a ladder stand that's already set up, and we're going to put a camera stand on that as well, and it's got great topography in there. So we just want to see what's coming out of there, make sure we're in the right place. Just gives you an idea. It doesn't tell you you're going to get a deer. It just gives you the best possible area to have the best chance to get a deer. So some of the stuff I carry, obviously, binoculars. I have a great spotting scope, not one of those little inexpensive, cheap ones because you can't see nothing. They do nothing but aggravate you. This one here is outstanding. You got a tripod. And we're just gonna sit here and watch for deer. So it's Sunday, we're not allowed to hunt, so we're able to scout right now, and that's what we're doing, just an overview scout of these areas, and we're going to check the backside fields as well. Let's see what we see. One of the cool things about this spot that we're picking right now is you've got all the topography. Down below us is a ravine, and they love to run through there, but this is a layer. So this is a bench, and they love to walk on benches. So if you look over behind me, we got all this brush line. That thicket is where they're gonna be bedding down. They bed down up in this thicket, way back in there. Food sources they have are over here. This is an old food plot, hadn't been done in 2 years, but the deer still come down here. There's an orchard on the other side. We have all the topography you ever want, and deer love this funnel. And that's what you wanna hunt. You wanna hit those choke points and funnels, and that's what we hunt. So we wanna check and scout all these areas. So let's check this out. We got trails. Obviously trails where they're coming in, coming down consistently. Now these overlying brush lines over here. The cool thing about this is where these trees are laying over, you see these trees on this field line? That's where they like to do their scrapes and their rubs, and that's what we're looking for. We're looking for buck sign. You're watching to see these overhangs. This is a beautiful little oak. Now this oak, you see these? That's where they're reaching up here, and they're using their scent gland. And they call it licking branches. And they leave their scent here so it goes out. Because right now, it's just starting the breeding season. So we're hoping to hit a little bit of the rut. Down here, we got a scrape. It's just starting. It's not monster, but you can see where right there is fresh, and then over here it's old. So that means this is historic. The big bucks, the little bucks, all the buck and all the deer know this is here. They continually come here. So at one time the small buck was here, and he's grown through the years, and he's going to keep coming here as long as he hasn't been pushed out. And there's not a lot of pressure on this whole property. It's managed really well just by the people that own it. So that's what we're looking for. This also. This is a nice trail coming right by it. Now we don't want to set up right underneath this because we want to go where everything intersects, and that's what we're looking for. So that's the next thing we're going to look for. Usually buck scat will be just like this right here. It'll be fuller, and that's because the way they're running around, and they're using a lot more proteins, so it comes out a little bit more digested than what the does do. So there is a difference in scat. We got a nice scat here, so that means there is a big buck around here. Well, we just found where a coyote kill. How you can tell is that a coyote will come in, they'll rip an animal apart, literally. So this is the fur of a deer, a small one obviously, and there's the bottom jaw. And then we got some legs over here, and the rest of them probably just taken off somewhere else. So, you know, deer come through here, and even though there's a deer kill here, those deer will still move through here. They'll move through here. It's one amazing thing. When you have a gut pile or you have a dead deer, if you ever shot a deer and then you waited and you've spooked another deer that was by that deer, that's why, because they'll scent that deer and they'll come up. It's almost, I don't know if they mourn it or they are just curious and check it out. I think they're just more curious than anything else. But this obviously is a coyote kill.
Reaper Outdoors, Survive the Hunt is being brought to you by 1791 Gun Leather, amending the gun leather industry one holster at a time. 1791gunleather.com. Grunt Style, Patriot Shirts and Apparel. Seal One Cleaner, Lubricant Protectant Plus. Lehigh Defense, latest technology in bullet design. Special Operations Wounded Warriors. SOWWCharity.com. Reaper Ammunition. Control your chaos with every shot. Magnolia Hunting Supply. One-stop shop for all your tactical, hunting, and survival needs. Seal Legacy Foundation. Killcliff, clean recovery and hydration. Strikeforce Energy, energy that hydrates healthy. For more information regarding Reaper Outdoors, go to reaperoutdoors.com. The website is full of products, apparel, ammo, Reaper collectibles, Reaper hot sauce, and more. Also, don't forget to follow Reaper01 on social media. This portion of Reaper Outdoors is being brought to you by Seal One Cleaner, Lubricant Protectant Plus. 1791 Gun Leather, amending the gun leather industry one holster at a time. And Terrace Alliance, veteran, first responder, and patriot-owned businesses coming together to support each other.
All right, so we're gonna bring a camera stand down here because that's what we do. And camera stands are usually, just a single platform. We already have a ladder stand set. Now we're gonna put this stand up there, and it's a perfect spot. I mean, you can't believe it. I got a great feeling about this location. We got a couple of them set up, but this is the one I really feel good about. All right, so what I'm doing here is I'm gonna take this rope. I'm not gonna climb with this on me. And I'm just gonna take this rope, string it out so and I'm gonna tie it to my buckle so I have it when I'm up there. And that way, I'm pulling it up. Now, it's always good to have two people with you when you set stands. Like I got Baby Reaper behind the camera. And we already had this set. This is like historic. I missed a buck here a while back, a couple years ago. All right, what I like to do with the lowering line is I take it and I tie it off. And the reason I do this, so I don't have, if this thing falls, I don't have to go back down and get it. That way it'll catch on and then it'll drop and it'll be good. So carry my straps with me, get everything set up. We already looked at the angle we want to put this at, so I'm gonna get my length on my straps. The other thing I want to make sure is that I have the ratchet on my side. The greatest thing about this spot is we have holes. We don't have big wide open. We're about 10 yards in the field line. We're on, this tree that gives us a lot of background visual, which means it'll hide us. So we have the tree here, us here, and there's no real skyline behind us. Got plenty of depth. So when these deer walk by, as long as we're still, they should never even know we're here. And we got beautiful holes here and over here in the wood line. So this is a prime spot, textbook perfect. You can't beat it. I'm calling this stand redemption. I was in this tree a couple years ago and had a monster buck come out. The problem was I didn't have a cameraman in here. I actually had a camera here in my bag and one on my bow, and I was messing with it as it walked by right where the camera's at right now. I thought I had enough time to do everything. He actually walked out as soon as I had my bow looking at my GoPro on there. He spooked. He ran right back behind the camera where you're at, ran away. Monster buck, and sad when you do that. So this stand right here is historic for me, personally. So if I get a deer out here, it makes it that much more valuable that, you know, it's redemption. And that's why I'm gonna call this stand set redemption. Well, we got the ladder stand up, we got the cameraman stand up, everything's ready to go. We'll see you tomorrow morning. Well, this is the first time that I've actually worn the 1791 leather holster. It feels very, very comfortable, and the quality of work is outstanding. Double stitching the whole way through, and it's even reinforced on the front end where you need it so it holds its shape and form. You see the whole holster and everything moving? That means it's snug in there. It's not working its way out. This is a holster that I'm going to use on my hunts.
Reaper Ammunition and Lehigh Defense have teamed up to provide the latest technology in ammunition. Lead-free Lehigh projectile stability, accuracy. This ammo penetrates hide and bone, expands upon hitting wet tissue, maintains max energy in cavity, shuts down the central nervous system, maintains 60% of bullet weight for exit. Control your chaos, collect your kill. Reaper Outdoors Ammunition. This portion of Reaper Outdoors is being brought to you by Seal 1 Cleaner, Lubricant Protectant Plus, 1791 Gun Leather, amending the gun leather industry one holster at a time, and Terrace Alliance, veteran, first responder, and patriot-owned businesses coming together to support each other.
We're hunting in the beautiful state of Pennsylvania with a bow for a mature whitetail. And I'm telling you what, I'm excited because we've already seen one this morning, small buck. The wind was just not right. It was actually heading towards that buck a little bit, and he took off. So what we're gonna do this afternoon is move to another stand, and that's exactly where we wanna be because it's right in between the bedding and the soybeans. And we know they're going to them soybeans. Reaper 01 on the hunt. Looks like we got a deer. Oh man, I'm hopping up the mountain, heart's beating. Tell me when you're on it. Oh, I missed him. Boy. Oh. Man, we had a big old deer standing right here. No, just kidding. Actually, I was shooting through all these limbs, and the demonstration that we wanted to make with you guys, the fact that you got to have clear shots for deer. You can see just the tiniest of limbs, real tiny. I'm talking minuscule. Took that arrow and took it completely off the deer. The worst thing that can actually happen is that you wound a deer and then you lose it and it goes off and dies and never gets recovered. So right there you have it, folks. You know, make sure you got clear, concise lanes. And we just tried to make this a little bit more entertaining for y'all. But you can see my arrow actually hit. I lost one arrow and the other arrow is sticking up out here. And don't shoot through a bunch of brush. Reaper 01 with Reaper Outdoors. Ron Bellin, out. Well, we're sitting here in the afternoon. Because of the wind, we moved out of the other stand and we came to this beautiful bottom here. Problem is, this wind it's nasty. We're gonna hunt it anyway. We're here. The wind's blowing right where we want it to, but it's real strong. If those deer don't move, we're either gonna blame baby Reaper or we're gonna blame the wind. All those deer are funneling out of here. We've seen 57 deer last night out in the soybean field. We couldn't hunt yesterday, but we were happy to have this stand in here, so they came by it. They had to have. I wish we had cameras in here, but we didn't. So we're gonna sit here tonight. We're gonna see how many deer we get, or see, and hopefully we get one mature buck. That's all we're looking for to put in our freezer, one mature buck. Had a little buck come in, which is cool. And then we had, as he was leaving, a doe came in. He was grunting crazy. And then another doe came down. When the third one came down, he chased her like you wouldn't believe. Crazy. And he ran her right down the hill. They ran in the bushes and haven't been seen since. What's going on?
Reaper Outdoors, Survive the Hunt, is being brought to you by 1791 Gun Leather, amending the gun leather industry one holster at a time. 1791gunleather.com. Grunt Style, Patriot Shirts and Apparel. Seal One Cleaner, Lubricant Protectant Plus. Lehigh Defense, latest technology in bullet design. Special Operations Wounded Warriors. SOWWcharity.com. Reaper Ammunition. Control your chaos with every shot. Magnolia Hunting Supply. One-stop shop for all your tactical, hunting, and survival needs. Seal Legacy Foundation. Killcliff. Clean recovery and hydration. Strikeforce Energy. Energy that hydrates healthy. For more information regarding Reaper Outdoors, go to reaperoutdoors.com. The website is full of products, apparel, ammo, Reaper collectibles, Reaper hot sauce, and more. Also, don't forget to follow Reaper01 on social media.
This morning we saw several deer. The wind was perfect, the weather was perfect. These deer came rolling in here just as they should. That little buck came in early and it was nice, but he was grunting. That was the cool part of all this. He was chasing these doe, but the grunts that he was doing, you know, it's like a call by itself. We don't have to do it. When you just listen and you learn. And that was cool. So overall, it's a great morning hunt. The wind is going to pick up in the teens. So, and it's swirling, so we're gonna get out of here because we don't want to spook these deer. We're coming back this afternoon and sit right here so we can see what this stand's doing in the afternoon. We had a couple deer come in, and the cool part is they left. And you kind of get that thing like, oh, it's over. But no way. We had two doe roll down in here, and then that buck was right on their tail. They're starting to chase. Now, some people would say you should be a little bit more patient, but guess what? We're not gonna be. We got an Ohio tag, and then we gotta go elk hunting, and we're gonna kill a mature buck. That's what we do. We're not trophy reaper. We are Reaper Outdoors, survive the hunt, fill the freezer, go home, enjoy the victuals, and have your friends enjoy it too. We're gonna go recover this deer, so Reaper01 on the hunt. And now we are tracking out the deer. So you always start at the beginning to get to the end. Don't just go running where you last saw him, run in the bush. Start where you shot him, and we'll work our way. I always like finding the blood trail. It tells me a lot. Now that's good blood right there. Oh, dude, look at this. He's not bad. He's a big deer. For here, check it out. Get this, man. You can't get much of a better shot than that. We're going to tell you guys right now, when you're aiming at a deer, as you saw in that footage, you want to aim towards the opposite shoulder. This arrow literally came all the way out through that opposite shoulder. That's a good hit right there. I'm not bragging or nothing like that. It's what you want each and every time. Well, when we're pulling these arrows out, you got to be careful, you know. So I checked the broadhead already. It's all intact, good to go. And you just want to pull it out. There you go. And that Luminoc is still working. I'm Ron Bellin, host of the TV show Reaper Outdoors, Survive the Hunt. Last night, we got this beautiful, mature Pennsylvania whitetail, and I couldn't be prouder. He just happened to walk in the right spot. And we weren't going to take him at first. I really thought he was a lot smaller when he first came down. But then once I got a good look, I knew he was a mature whitetail. And we're not Reaper Outdoors Trophy. We're Reaper Outdoors Survive the Hunt. This is going to fill the freezer, and it's going to go to many people besides ourselves. And we're going to get many more deer this year as well. So I'm very proud of this. Baby Reaper did a great job of filming. And the arrow went right where it needed to go. As you guys saw from the video, that arrow hit way back because the angle came right out, went right through his heart. Dynamic kill shot. He went 30 yards, and that was it. Down, dead deer, ready for the freezer, good victuals for everybody. So I'm gonna give Baby Reaper all the credit in the world for both cameras going back and forth. That was amazing. I think I was more excited about that. And Baby Reaper himself was, you know, super excited about killing this buck. And we all get excited when we're out there. It's not just about the trophy, it's about the adventure and the brotherhood and hunters getting together and going out there and just enjoying Mother Nature. It's Reaper 01 on the kill. Out.
Closed captioning for Reaper Outdoors Survive the Hunt is being brought to you by Magnolia Hunting Supply. One-stop shop for all your tactical, hunting, and survival needs. For more information regarding Reaper Outdoors, go to reaperoutdoors.com. The website is full of products, apparel, ammo, Reaper collectibles, Reaper hot sauce, and more. Also, don't forget to follow Reaper 01 on social media. We'll see you next week on Reaper Outdoors Survive the Hunt.